So if you've been waiting for Chase to give you an elevated sign-up bonus offer to apply for the Chase Sapphire Preferred, now's the time to apply. Hi, I'm Joe Barreto from the Credit Card Connection. If you're new here, I talk about all things about credit, credit cards, points, miles, and more. So please subscribe, hit that like button and notification bell so you never miss out on any of the information I put out on a weekly basis. So let's get into it. Since late March, Chase has been offering an in-branch only offer of 80,000 points as a sign-up bonus offer for the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Now, that's what they're offering now online. The difference in branch is that for an additional $2,000 that you spend in 6 months now, you can get an additional 10,000 points for a total of 90,000 sign-up points. So if you live next to a Chase branch or you're a Chase customer, it might be better off to go to the branch and apply in person and get the extra 10,000 points for an additional $2,000 worth of spend within 6 months. Now, I went on April 4th in branch and I applied and received the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Now, I was going to wait until I met the spend requirements for the card before doing this video, but since Chase decided to now roll it out online, I decided to just do the review right now. So the Chase Sapphire Preferred is the workhorse of the Chase ecosystem cards. To me, I would equate it to be that of the gold card for American Express. It's the points earner. It's the one that just carries the most weight in terms of many other point totals or categories in which you're going to get points for spend. Now, what I would tell you to do is go first and make sure that you don't have more than 5 cards that you applied for in the past 24 months. Remember, Chase has the 524 rule, which means if you opened up 5 cards in the last 24 months, no matter the card issuer, no matter the bank, American Express, Capital One, Citi, Bank of America, they will deny you, even if you have a high credit score, even if you have a perfect history of payment, they're going to deny you. So the Chase 5/24 rule is in effect for this card. So if you really want this card, make sure you know that you haven't applied for any more than 5 cards in the last 24 months before you apply for the Chase Sapphire Preferred. The other thing is, I would tell you before you apply, make sure your credit score is over 700. This is, a higher tiered card. So they're going to look at a score of over 700 pretty much. And it's also more helpful if you have a relationship with a Chase bank. If you have Chase accounts or the credit cards, that's going to help you get an even, besides getting approved, but get an even higher credit limit for this particular card. Now, what are some of the pros of the Chase Sapphire Preferred? Well, one is its earnings. You get 5 times points, 5, on any travel purchases through the Chase Travel Portal. Again, if you purchase flights, hotels, vacation packages, 5 times you're going to get for each dollar spent through their portal only. Now, if you do other travel purchases, you'll get 2 points per dollar spent on travel. In addition, you're going to get 3 points on dining purchases, and that includes takeout and delivery. You're also going to get 3 points on select streaming services and 1 point per dollar spent on everything else. Now, the points guy right now gives it a value of those 80,000 points at $1,600. If you get the 90,000 bonus point offer, you're looking at $1,800 worth of value if you open up this card. So that's why I think it's a no-brainer to try to at least maybe go to the Chase branch and get this card at the branch. Now, another plus is if you're traveling abroad, there are no foreign transaction fees. We've discussed this a lot before. Other cards will charge you 3%. That's 3% on any charges you make out of the United States. That's a lot of money, especially if you're on vacation, you're traveling with your family, and you're making a lot of purchases. 3% adds up. So no foreign transaction fees whatsoever if you use this card when you're traveling abroad. You also get which is going to help offset the $95 annual fee for this, a $50 hotel credit if you purchase a hotel stay through the Chase portal. So if you get a room for $200, they're going to give you $50 credit towards it if you purchase it through the Chase Ultimate Rewards portal. Now, with this card, you also get great protections. You get trip cancellation, interruption insurance, auto rental collision, which is primary. Other cards give you secondary, which means your primary insurance for your regular car insurance comes first and then they come second. This is primary, so that's huge. You get damage waiver, baggage delay, so a lot of perks for travel incentives in terms of from flying, losing your bags, to renting that car. This card comes loaded with these perks. Now, travel partners. This is where Chase also shines. Chase has a fantastic lineup of airline and hotel partners that you can transfer your points from your Chase Ultimate Rewards total into these other partners. So for airlines, they'll give you a one-to-one transfer point. You're going to get Air France, British Airways, Emirates, United, and JetBlue, just to name a few. Now for hotels, it's the Hyatt, IHG, and Marriott as its hotel transfer partners. So you have a wide variety of airlines and hotels to choose from if you're going to use the points to transfer them into these partners. Now, like I mentioned before, the annual fee is $95. Now, 95 in comparison to a lot of other cards where they could be 125, 250, and up to the big daddy like the Amex Platinum, 695. 95 isn't much at all, but it's still something to consider if you're looking for a no-fee card. This is not going to be the card then, because it's $95. Even though you get that $50 hotel fee, you still got to use it through their portal. So if you don't use it through their portal, you're never going to get the $50 for that hotel fee. So just keep that in mind. Another negative is that there's no introductory APR. Right now, the interest rates range from 19.9 to 29.9% interest. That's a heck of a lot of interest. So if you're looking for a no interest card where you're going to be able to transfer other balances into, or just make huge purchases for furniture or buy something and then you said, okay, I got 12 months or 15 months to pay it off, this is not the card. They're going to charge you interest from day one. So make sure that you're okay with that, knowing that they do have an APR attached to this card if this is the card that you're looking to be your main card. Now, even though it's a great travel card, the one knock that people give it is that there's no lounge access for it. Now, to be fair, a lot of other cards that give you lounge access start at $250, $350, and even the Chase Sapphire Reserve comes in at a big $550 a year for that card. So that's, some of the perks are for the lounge access, obviously, but you don't get any lounge access. So keep that in mind. If you're looking for a card for lounge access, this is not the card. The Chase Sapphire Reserve would be the card. Keep also in mind that Chase only allows you to have one of its Sapphire cards at a time. So for instance, if you apply now for the Chase Sapphire Preferred, you will not be able to get the Reserve until after 48 months. Again, 48 months, 4 years from now, then you could apply for the Reserve. So keep that in mind. You get one or the other, but right now, I would tell you the Preferred is the better choice. Now, the other thing to consider, we spoke about this with the Chase Freedom Flex, where you have categories. Although you do get good, turnover on the points here for dining and for streaming, there aren't any other particular bonus categories. So you're not going to get a bonus category, let's say quarterly, for stores like Lowe's or even Amazon. So if you're looking for quarterly categories to gain more points, they don't offer you that. So although 2 points on travel and 3 points for dining are great, this doesn't offer you any other opportunities to gain extra points in different quarters for different merchants. So keep that in mind. If you like bonus category cards, this is not one for you. The other thing is they'll give you 3% on online grocery shopping. I've never used online grocery shopping. So if you're not going to do that, then this might not be the card for you if you want to, just look to see, I want to go to ShopRite and get 3%. This isn't going to get it for you. They're only going to give you $1 whatever you spend at ShopRite. So keep that in mind. They only give you online food shopping 3 points. If you don't do it online, it may not be worth it for you. Now, is the Chase Sapphire Preferred a good card for you to have in your wallet? I'm going to tell you yes. For travel, and if you're a foodie, if you go out to eat a lot, 3 points on dining is phenomenal. Takeout and delivery, great. Great to take on vacation. All the other factors in terms of insurance for cars, for car rentals, for baggage, for delays, things like that. This is great to have. No foreign transaction fee. You can't beat it. So I would tell you that if you really are looking for a good travel card, a card that you can use for even your daily purchases as a catch-all, this is going to be great with the 80,000 points that they're giving you and 90,000 if you go in branch. You can't beat it because you need this card in order to be a part of the Chase trifecta, which is the Chase Freedom Flex, the Unlimited, with one of the Sapphire cards in play so that you can roll all the points from one to the other in order to put them into the travel portal so you could transfer those points out to travel partners because that's where you're going to get the most value for it. So remember, if you want to get a lot of points and you want to get a lot of work out of this card, this is the card to get. So I would tell you, go ahead and apply. It's a limited time offer. I don't know. There's nothing yet set on how long this is going to last, but do yourself a favor. If you're under the 5 cards in 24 months, go to Chase, apply for the Chase Sapphire Preferred, and you'll be doing yourself a favor. Until next time.